This is, of course, the theme tune for the huge show Succession, and we're playing it because I'm delighted to say we're joined in the studio by 2019 Golden Globe winner, star of the show, Brian Cox. Brian is involved in a brand new show on the BBC called Maestro, and the legendary actor teaches you how to take centre stage, captivate audiences. I could do with both of those, actually. And he'll also be giving you tips on how to better your own acting abilities. Brian, very good morning to you.
Yeah. Brian, great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Ali.
I think we should get stuck in here because you said to me a moment or two ago that you've got a great Ali McCoist story.
We did a film. What was that film called?
A Shot at Glory.
A Shot at Glory.
The reason you can't remember is pretty obvious, but it's the only one I ever made, Brian.
Well, I know, but
and that's pretty obvious too.
It was infamous. So we had this moment when Ali has to miss a penalty. It's very important that he misses his penalty. And there's a guy called Cole Hauser, who's an American lad, who's never picked up a football in his life. So he needs as much help as he can. I think about 10 takes of him scoring, he could not miss the penalty. And the director was going nuts. What's wrong with the man? What's wrong? I said, he's a footballer. He says he sees a goal, he's naturally inclined to want to score. He said, but he's not supposed to score. He's not. He said, yes, that's the actor, but the footballer doesn't know that. The footballer can't think in that way. You've got to understand, he sees a goal, he wants to score. He said, but we're wasting time.
That was brilliant. Brian's absolutely spot on. Eventually, Jeff, I swear to God, what to say to Cole, look, I'm going to put it there, dive there, and I'll try and put it near you. And he did save it up eventually after about
but you used to go, he would go that way and send it that way because you couldn't resist.
Oh, it was great fun. It was great fun. So tell me, you're really busy, Brian. We're seeing you all the time on television, bits and pieces. Tell us a little bit the BBC show, The Maestro.
Well, it's a thing that I wanted to do for a long time because teaching was one of my passions, and I started teaching really very, very much at the beginning of my career. I mean, I was 24 when I started teaching, and I started teaching because the guy who was the principal of the school where I had been said, look, you should come back and teach. And I said, but I'm too young. He said, no, that's exactly, this guy called Norman Etton, he said, that's exactly what I want. I want someone who's immediate, who knows about the problems of making that bridge from being a student to being a professional actor. So I went there, and I had this amazing group, which had Harriet Walter. Dame Harriet Walter was in my first group, and also the wonderful, dear, sadly no longer, died far too young, was Ian Charlson, who was a Scottish actor, who famous in Chariots of Fire, playing Eric Litt. I mean, wonderful boy, amazing singing voice. So he was in my first group, so I was very lucky. But I always loved teaching because I could see how difficult it was for kids coming into drama school. And usually they're their own worst enemies. Usually they don't give themselves a break. They're not kind to themselves. They get so tense. And it's very tense-making business. I can understand that. So the important thing is to find out who they are and let them be who they are, as opposed to be who they think they are, which is a different thing altogether. So that's what I loved about teaching. Is
it an important thing for you to do in the respect, Brian, that clearly it's a career that has been very, very kind to you and you've enjoyed? Do you feel it's an opportunity to maybe give a little bit back?
Absolutely. I mean, I've always felt that right from the word go, that everything. And also the other thing is when you work with students, you learn as well. It's a two-way thing. You're learning because you're seeing those problems that you still have, where you still get in the way of yourself. Even at my age, after 60 years in the game, I still get in my own way. So that's wonderful, and it's a reminder of just how you have to be as well in relationship to your own work, and that it's invaluable. And so the guys who've edited the show, I mean, they because it was much more higgledy-piggledy than you see in the organised what we've done, and it's very impressive. I'm very impressed with how they've done it.
So it's a course with the BBC. It gives you all the tools and techniques to turn your passion into a potential career. It's online at bbcmaestro.com if you want to download it. But look, I mean, you've been in the brand new TV show, haven't you? 007 Road to a Million. Is it true, Brian, that you wanted to be a Bond villain?
Well, no, I mean, when it was first came up to me, I thought, You know, because I thought, you know, I could have been a Bond villain over the years.
Well, you look at Robbie Coltrane and Robert Carlyle.
Well,
it's
exactly,
perfect for you, mate.
Exactly. I mean, those Scottish people from the west of Scotland get go, why not an East Coaster? You know.
I'm with you. I think there's limitless, possibilities for you there.
So, so I thought, well, that may be it. And then I realised it quickly wasn't that. It was this elaborate game show. But also the Broccoli's, Barbara is a delight. She's an absolute delight. And I've known Barbara from way years ago. So I was very happy to be into the part of that group. Even though some people said, I have no idea what Brian Cox is doing. Apparently, I didn't read that, but somebody told me that. People always say, people are going, don't just go away, that's fine, all right.
But as acting, has it changed over the years, or is it just in terms of what we're seeing? And by that I mean Netflix, you can get Amazon Prime, there's the access to
the access from the public's point of view is incredible,
isn't it?
I mean, they've got so much to choose from. There's so much work out there, and it's great to watch it. I mean, it really is. And see a lot of the stuff that's happening now. I was watching the Cary Grant show with Jason Isaacs, which I thought was quite interesting last night. I watched that last night. And then there's Crime, that Irving Welsh show, which I think is really, really very, very good. No, there's lots of work. And also you learn from watching. I mean, my great thing is I'm a Turner Classic Movies fan. So I watch a lot of those old movies because I love the older actors. Because, when they go on about Brando being the new guy, and I go, no, I'm sorry, people were acting in a very immediate sense way before Brando in the 30s and 40s. You saw these great. I mean Bogart.
Brilliant.
Watch Bogart doing his stuff. Wonderful actors. Wonderful.
Well, see, it's interesting you mentioned, like, when we get sports people in here, I like to ask them who their heroes are, but I also like to ask them current crop. Have you any special favourite actors and you're enjoying their movies, enjoying their work at this moment in time? Currently?
Oh yeah, I mean I'm particularly impressed by Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Who I think is a bit of a genius, that lad. I've just seen Maestro, which is an amazing piece of work, where he plays Leonard Bernstein, or Bernstein, I think is how they pronounce it. And he's incredible, absolutely incredible. He's written it, he's directed it, and he's playing the main part. He's playing the guy, and it's an extraordinary work. And there's an amazing performance from Carey Mulligan, who's just one of the best young actresses around. So that is, there's some great work out there, really great work. And there's great work in the theatre. Yeah. The British theatre at the moment, there was The Motive in the Queue, which was the play about John Gielgud directing Richard Burton and Hamlet, which is on the National. I think it's transferred with an amazing performance from Mark Gatiss as he channels Gielgud brilliantly. And then there's This England about Gareth Southgate, which is, I think, exceptional production. And Joe Fiennes, who's an old pal and an old friend, giving an amazing performance as Gareth Southgate. So there's a lot of great work out there at the moment.
Brilliant. Look, Brian, really appreciate you coming in. Just a reminder again that Maestro, which will give you all the tools and techniques to turn your passion into a potential career, and what a great career it can be. We've seen that with Brian. Yeah. It's online at bbcmaestro.com if you want to download it. So, thanks,
Great
Brian.
to see you, Brian.
Nice to see you, Ali.
Great to see you.
You're looking well?
Everything's good. Life's good, my friend.
Thanks
for taking the time to come out and say hello.
Take care. All the best.
Thanks, Brian.
Bye-bye.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.